Back to the G7 now. Prime Minister Mark Carney is facing some backlash in his decision to extend an invitation to India's Prime Minister. With me now is Sanjay Ruparelia, Department of Politics and Public Administration and Jaroslawski Democracy Chair, at the Toronto Metropolitan University. Thank you very much for being here with us today, Sanjay.
Thanks for inviting me.
So, India is not part of the G7. Why do you think Carney has extended the invitation to the summit to Prime Minister Modi?
Well, there's for two reasons. The first is that the G7, although it's the advanced industrialized democracies of the West, has routinely invited other countries to its summits for leaders. India's been invited since 2019. It's the fastest growing large economy in the world. It's the fifth largest economy in the world. It's slated to be the fourth or third very soon. So simply in terms of its demographic weight, its strategic importance in the world, its economy, like other countries, Brazil's also been invited, Australia, South Africa. I don't think that's surprising. The other, of course, story, which is a Canadian story, is that our relations have reached their lowest point in decades because of allegations over the last 2 years that the Indian government's involved in criminal activities and violence in Canada. And I think this has obviously been an attempt to reset that relationship.
Now, speaking of that, this invitation has been made, while at the same time the RCMP investigates allegations of India being involved in the killing of a Sikh separatist in BC. Carney's government insisting the Modi invitation and this investigation are separate matters, but can you really separate them?
Well, I think they have to be kept separate in the sense that there's a criminal investigation that's ongoing. It's our justice system, which has independence from any political interference and has to be kept that way. We saw that in the United States as well. The FBI led the investigation into a similar plot that was foiled by the FBI in the United States, and it led to charges being brought and someone else being held accountable who was a former agent of the government of India. So I think in that sense, it's important to keep the legal process and the political separate. It has political implications, of course, and overtones, which is why it's been a contentious decision. There's been protests by various organizations and groups and communities in Canada, given that that investigation is ongoing, and we have not seen a full prosecution or anyone held accountable yet, according to these allegations that someone from the government of India was involved in helping orchestrate this. So I think it's obviously it's a very complex set of issues. There are two different tracks, and I think what's happening here is that those tracks are being kept separate, but they're being pursued at the same time. You know, the Carney government has been very clear that there's nothing to stop the RCMP investigation or its criminal proceedings going ahead. So we're waiting to see where that leads.
What would a potential thawing of relations between Canada and India mean for Canada in the face of Trump's tariffs?
Well, Canada, like every other country in the world now, is trying to rethink some of its basic assumptions. And certainly for Canada, that starts with the United States. The Carney government, even before that, the Trudeau government, emphasizing the need to diversify our economic relationships with other countries in the world, also our security arrangements. India's in the same boat. India's strongest strategic partner is the United States. But it too has been hit with tariffs, actually much higher tariffs than Canada has faced. So every country in the world, including virtually every member of the G7, is dealing with this new geopolitical situation. And so they're trying to recalibrate their relationships, diversify their trade links, court investment from new places, rethink their security arrangements for this new world, which is a period of great uncertainty. And it's in that light that I think there is an attempt by both governments, a new government in Canada, to say, how can we reset this relationship? How can we address these very legitimate and serious concerns that Canada has raised to make sure they never happen again? How do we bring forward accountability in this case? But also, how do we diversify our economic trade investment opportunities from clean technology to climate change action to public health to oil and gas and energy security? So there's a wide portfolio here. And of course, there are very strong people-to-people ties between both countries. The Indian diaspora is the fastest growing segment of new immigrant population in Canada, the largest ratio of foreign students in Canada. So there's a lot that ties these two countries together, and it's been held in limbo in these last 2 years because of this crisis. So there's a real need to address all of these concerns on a comprehensive manner.
All right, we'll have to leave it there. Thank you, Sanjay, for being here with us. That is Sanjay Ruparelia, Jaroslawski Democracy Chair at Toronto Metropolitan University.
Thank you.